He was a smart ass then, he still is. What's changed though is that he's a compassionate, caring man, that he was excited about the celebration. In the beginning he was reluctant for a celebration, then he got so excited that he took over. But that's okay, you know, people came here to honor him, and recovery is really a gift, and it's a responsibility. It's something that we can't take for granted, and sponsorship is a gift, you know, that he's allowed me to be in his life and trust me. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude for our friendship and for what we share on this journey. So before we do the official cake cutting and cake dance, we have a few minutes if there's anybody. Where's Dean at?
Let me get him.
Dean's over playing with the kids, kind of like Tony. So we have time for a couple people if anyone would like to say anything before we do the birthday song. Oh, Mary, did you want to say something?
I guess. I don't know if I need a microphone, but you know, I'm just really glad that I met you like a really long time ago. Do I need a microphone? Do I need a microphone? Okay, it seems really odd to do. It's not odd. I am just kids. Just kids.
She wears a baseball hat with hair.
Color has nothing to do with it. I need the visual of that, okay?
All right, I'm just really grateful that I met you 20 years ago. You and your family are you know, an intermix in my family, and you know, I just love you so much, and I'm glad I'm able to be here with this 25 years. I live with you day to day, and we're like brother and sister half the time, but most of the time, you know that I love you, and I'm really happy to, you know, aside from when I say fuck you, get out, but it's all good. I don't say that anymore. So anyways, I love you, babe, and happy 25 years.
Yeah.
I like to hear from one of my mentors, Claude. Where the hell is he?
He's hiding.
He's hiding.
He's hiding right here.
Ready for the game.
He left.
Where's Claude at?
Right there.
Oh, Claude, come over here, please. This is Tony's grand sponsor and part-time relationship.
I don't know what to say about the guy. Yeah. He's a fool. You know, but you guys already know that. No, you know, he's so diverse, he doesn't know shit, man. No, but you know what? I got a good relationship with Tony. I'm glad Steve's his sponsor and not me. Because he goes, and actually, to his credit, he goes to Steve. One time he called me up when he couldn't get a hold of Steve, and it was, you know, kind of a serious thing at the time. And but other than that, you know, he goes to Steve because that's where his history lies. You know, and that's where he can get the best information. You know, he does it the way you're supposed to do it, instead of asking 10,000 fucking people and getting 10,000 answers, man. But he's a fool though, man. He's a lot of fun to hang around with, man.
I appreciate Clyde because he showed me how not to grow up to be a bitter old man, but to be a dirty old man. I'd like to hear from one of the people I've known the longest woman. What was that?
Okay, so happy birthday, congratulations on 25 years. We met a long time ago, and earlier he said, oh, we've been friends for a long time. He goes, oh, well, maybe we weren't really friends at first. And we were more acquaintances. I was pretty young when I met him, like 16 or 17, and he was already pretty seasoned with the disease of addiction, so he was a little bit more of a dog than I was used to. And so I kind of thought he was a fucking asshole for a while, and he was pretty crazy. And then, but what I understand now is that that's the disease, right? And if you stay in it, it'll make you that way too. And so, you know, a couple years later, I was more like that. It just took a little bit of time. And so some of the things that I really appreciate about who you are today is that you're one of those type of people that, like, we don't hang out every day or talk all the time, but you're loyal. and I know you're my friend, and you would always be there to help me, anything I ever needed, and I know that. And that is something that you don't find that often, that you're a quality character person, and I really love you and admire your recovery.
All right. Dean back. Hey, Dean!
Hey, Dean! Dean! Here, Dean! Until he gets here, let's hear from Jimmy. Jimmy! I met Jimmy way back, and we're both from Oakland. Jimmy's always been crazy, so he's kind of like my other role. We'll hear from him real quick, then we'll hear from Dean.
Congratulations, bro. Really, man. It's killer. You never know. I mean, I don't know what this plan is, or just been able to stay available, just like Tony. And you meet a guy on the yard in Mule Creek. I own California. Some 1990 or 89 or whatever it was a while ago, and I never would have thought or imagined that so many years later that we would be in a park in Campbell, California, celebrating 25 years and not taking nothing. It's a miracle. It really is. I mean, it's mind-boggling to me. Tony sponsors me. He sponsors my wife. He's a godfather to my son. Yeah, he's been right now. We pulled him right into the chaos and the dysfunction and he's been there. He's been there to listen. You know what I'm saying? And if I ask for input, he'll give it to me. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, he's a great listener. I looked for a sponsor that was everything that I wasn't. I'm an impatient guy. I'm not a real good listener. I'm more of a talker than anything else. It just runs like a tsunami right out of my mouth most of the times. And I know that about me. Well, I know that about me because Tony has pointed that out so many times. That between Tony and Steve and Claude and Black John, they know when they see me coming. I always see them. They kind of start doing like this, but I know they're just doing that in fun. But hey, bro, thanks for being there, man. All this time, man. I love you, man.
Look at you.
All right, where's Dean at? Dean, there you are. This is my friend Dean. We've known each other through using, through prison, and now recovery.
Yeah, I was gonna stay playing with the kids. I mean, Tony knows how I feel about him. He's talking into the microphone. From using to Tony was my road dog in prison. And, so we were close long before the blessing of not using. The grace of sharing spiritual stories. Tony is very articulate and remembers the details, and Marion too saves them for me. And I like the stories. I like the reminders of all the levels that we are blessed, because it's a gift. This life is a gift. And sometimes we forget, we're caught up or whatever. And sharing it, I have other people that have time in my life too, but I don't think, like if we see the gray goose going down the road, there's a sense of gratitude. Other people don't see that, they don't feel that. Oh yeah, not me. How nice. And then we can share this sense of gratitude about day-to-day stuff with other people that are in our life, and can look through the lens of not having to look through a chemical fog to see life and let it be distorted before it gets back to you. Anyway, it's great. These years are great, man. It's nice to have people to share them with. Anyway, I love you, bro. Love you too, Dean.
All right. I want to mention real quick, I got My sponsor Danny's here, and we won't give him talk for enough time. Mike and Steve, the other Steve B, they're all here as my sponsors. Before I give the microphone back, I want to introduce, you guys never really meet my kids. It's my daughter Rebecca. Raise your hand, honey. My other daughter Maya. Melissa. And her significant other Eddie. And sometimes insignificant Art. He's always significant to me. I just have to remind my daughter. All right. Okay, here's Steve.
Okay, before we do the birthday song, can we have a moment of silence? Followed by the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Happy birthday